What up, guys? This is for our Black Nation. And I want to say to our Black Nation that we show so much of hate for each other that we don't understand what we do when we come together. Steve Harvey talked about we should see what they did to us, but they doing something to us. Our own black people. I can watch. I can go to my barbershop and he can tell me what goes on in Haiti and Africa back in the day, and not just in other barbershops that I involve myself with in Dallas County, in Addison, in Carrollton. The people that I have talked to, and one of my barbershop in Carrollton, Texas, they had told me a little bit about our black culture in Haiti and all the rest of that. But understand, we talk about how our own black people that's going on in Haiti and Africa is leaving us in the ditch and leaving us somewhere. But Steve Harvey don't want to address those things or what we see out of the other world in America and out of the other world across the world when it comes to our black people in different parts of the thing. And we see on the documentaries, we see it on things where black people are calling other black people stupid and telling people they don't deserve it. They scamming them. Um, Sorry, guys, this thing doing it again. Sorry. I'm on my other chat. Hello. Let me get the sticker. Mirror image. I got mirror image. Hold up. Mic kept set. That's not what I meant to fuck. Hold up. Cause people ain't paying attention to you on the thing. But hold up right fast. Let me do this. Kevin Gates, we're not going don't worry about that. The app is doing something, guys. So don't worry about what the app is doing. The app is doing something. I had a dream. I walked in one neighborhood before and I was in the state. A black person in my own skin color, he looked at me the wrong way. We know we dealing with personality. We know we dealing with jealousy personalities and different selfish mindset that don't want other black people to have nothing. We turn each other, we talk about each other, studying love each other. And some of this guy that got on YouTube, Hubert, turn it like that on. Daddy need that light. And we talk about those things. Hey, if you keep cutting that off while I'm trying to conversate, you're gonna have a problem. But I can use the light anyway. Those things with that situation, how black people are acting towards each other, and we understand hatred. But I want Steve Harvey to know something where we talk about the way that black people, how they treated us, but which way they treat us in Walmart. And our own black people treat us in Walmart with selfish behavior. And I've been on social media a lot, and I've been on a lot of platforms. And when I'm getting on platform, people just go off on you without trying to get to know you. And they say, don't you even try to rap. And it can be the hardest thing when we get on social media and we got side pullers. Monica Lewinsky talked about it. Reginald Carter mom talked about it. Reginald Carter mom, Lorraine ex-wife talked about it. We all talked about cyber bullies and the way our black people are treating other blacks instead of loving each other. And that can be the biggest threat to our democracy. But if we not focusing on everything that's going on to where our black people don't want us to have anything and they want to lie with racism. What was going on in Carrollton, Texas at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night when the hotel fights was breaking out And our black people was at McDonald's. Let me tell you what happened at McDonald's. The workers were calling me out of my name. And we like to beat each other and hate each other, but we're still trying to keep a culture alive and understand that. We're not caring about YouTube. We're not doing none of that. We just working constantly, guys. And as long as I got my communication with y'all on this and on Likey, I think that is best where we are not just dependent on YouTube to get the job done. And we are not just dependent on Instagram to get the job done. But we are killing each other. And let me tell you, every barbershop I went to, and I've been around a lot of barbers since I've been in Texas, and we talked about slavery. They showed me video of how black people slaving each other and doing this and this and that. And we showing the hatred of the personality of the devil and why we can't love each other. One black guy said, oh, they created Christianity, they want us to care about each other. You don't want us to care about each other? I dream about if I move away from all of this and I have no wife because I'm dealing with selfish other people in this society that want to be racist. And yeah. Why would you make wake me up in the morning? I'm sorry, I'm gonna let you sleep. Oh man, I'm cold. You want to choose cover? Thank you, bro. Love you. Not hot. I had that dream that I was gonna walk by myself, and a black man was gonna. Yeah. What'd you say? Daddy, where's the fan? You hot? Grandpa put on. I want to be cold. You want to be cold? Take off your shirt a little bit. I'm gonna get the fan. Give me 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Well, it's not bad. Here goes the fan right here. I got the fan. Give me 10 minutes. But I dream about another black person. I'm living in another city, and I dreamed about another black person stereotyping me. And we all know that happens. Where and that leads to I definitely when I'm fighting this battle between how we getting treated. But we know that a black person was gonna stereotype us and do all of that and intimidate us and don't want us to have it. Look at a guy in Louisiana coming here talking about don't act like a girl, and you dealing with sections and how black people gonna treat us when we walk in other black neighborhoods and we can't be as one. So I had a dream about that stuff, man. Like I'm walking out, I'm free, and I'm living, and I'm far away from my family. And a black person in the community was stereotyping me, and he was stereotyping. And we see this type of behavior in society. We seen in the way black people we act towards each other, and they don't want you to have nothing, and they will hate you and throw stones at you. And that can be the biggest third-time democracy and how we getting treated. And we going to other cities and not black people. And that leaded to my death. I'm like, how did black person act? You know, Kevin Gates said, I always dreamed in my death, but I never pictured it. I never pictured the way it was. Kevin Gates even said something about it. Because the way our black people and us put a hold on each other. The way, we talk about section. We talk about territory. Document. God said, and our black people want to come together with each other when we don't agree on the same thing. And that can be the fault why another black person can die because we don't agree. And we're in this way of jealousy, envy, intimidation, yeah. And not want another black person to have them. We see this in many things where young bird got a chain snatched. We seen this in barbershops where Briscoe got in the store and he got his chain check. Briscoe from Cash Money. I'm in the hood. We seen rapper. We seen the thing with 2 Chainz got beat up on the streets. We seen these things are happening where jewelry tick. We seen these things where things are happening where our own black people don't want to. But also we understand ego. Some rappers can have ego, and we understand that when other people try to work and come together. So that can be the main thing with the situation with that consequences. That can be the main thing with that situation. That can be the downfall of the society problem we have. We dreamed about it, but it's just not about that. We all got different personalities. We all got selfish behaviors in humans, race. So there's not our black nation. It's different races, culture that we don't like about each other. And that can be the biggest problem where human race, we have to learn how to adapt and to love each other. Yeah, we're gonna have our differences. But we understand what's the price that we have to pay when we don't understand each other. So when we dealing with personalities and we dealing with mindsets and we dealing with different selfish mindsets, one thing one thing I don't like to just be up in those certain areas where we are not being in that format. We are not being in those formats and we're not doing those things in those formats and getting to where we want to go in life. And that can be the biggest thing. But we understand where women don't want to be with men because they're so busy following. And they can be the biggest threat in society where somebody's walking alone. And we see most of the crime history when I watch HBO documentary and I watch people with crime and stuff that come on the thing. We talk about serial killers and we talking about this and that, breaking into people's house. And that's in society that we live in America. That can be the serial killers back in the day on HBO in Atlanta and the rest of the states and everybody have serial killers killing kids and grown-ups and going in their house. That can be the biggest threat to democracy. But our women, our black women and everybody culture want us to be alone and they judge. And that can be the most documentary where relationships don't work out. Things don't work out where they want us to love ourselves more, but we can be a threat when that person live by himself and somebody that don't have nothing can break into that home. We sitting in a courthouse where a black kid in jail, he's laughing that he raped a elderly woman. We seen those things. We seen those things where people don't want you to have nothing. And we seen serial killers that back in the day and all the rest of this, watching the HBO and most crimes that happen. Let me tell you, I studied this documentary where people say in the rap industry street in Atlanta, where people say, well, people was an informant like Boosie did. Why he lied. And they don't know where you going on the senators and them. You can work for an artist and you don't have to, people don't even have to say your name. And that can be the biggest threat where I see where, oh, he's an agent and these niggas killing these niggas, but they don't understand the business. And before they make that move, you'd have been to kill somebody because you don't know what you're talking about. We seen the history. We seen in Atlanta what happened in Atlanta documentary at HBO. When I identified me reading a HBO documentary, the crimes that happened way before I was even on this show. People even about it, people thinking wrong. And most of these people are lonely. That's the bigger thing. All right, one of the guys that played Superman, he's in a wheelchair now, right? He's the 80s, 70s, and he plays with that black actor that Eddie Murphy died in. He played, and then the guy that he plays in that black actor where Eddie Murphy played in, which your girl said Eddie Murphy was beating him. Bam, bam, bam. This actor, he was an actor, right? And he plays that Superman. And he goes on college. He plays that he is an 80s, 70 movie. This white guy that plays that Superman back in the 80s. And he's an actor. He was in a wheelchair. He plays as a young white man in the country, but he's a student. He have a kid, but he go around raping every woman from state to state, to city to city. And he just going up praying to this doing, but he have a wife and a kid, and he broke up with his wife, and his kid love him, but his kid had to see him do all of this. But he go to every state and start raping kids at the bushes, the everything that was going on. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, look, you gonna be up? Yeah, I'm gonna be up. That game is in there too. What? We were playing your game. I'm gonna give you the game. Hey, he don't know how to play it. He gets frustrated. Gimme. Hey, you don't know how to listen when we're trying to play the game. We're gonna have to wait. Gimme. I can't wait. Hey, why don't you turn it off on the TV? Daddy, why don't you turn it off on the TV? I'm gonna turn it back on. I want to play a game. You finished with your food? You finna know my computer not to be played with. Come on. Yeah. Computer not to be. Yeah, or your TV. You got your computer, you got your thing. Yeah. 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 Our Black Nation. But we have a problem if we walk in one day. Look at that Louisiana guy was acting. Don't come here acting like a girl and all of this because we just can't come in there regular and just be ourselves in neighborhoods. Y'all, our black people pose a threat on us the most because we don't want to let our other black people walk around. And that can be the biggest threat. No, back in the day, yeah, you got to wait a few minutes. Wait, Daddy doing something. Daddy can't keep getting up. You know, back in the day, we can't even walk in white neighborhoods. We was getting rained out back in the day. And now our own black people the one that's exiting us out. Back in the day, these kids used to go home crying to their mama back in the day. It was on the news. And now we can't even go in our own neighborhoods. And our blacks is in there. Yeah. We can't even go out in our own neighborhoods. What's the problem with that? That's going to be the biggest problem for why people die. Our black people are dying because our own black people don't want to allow us in our own other black people neighborhood. We a black race. How is this a good one? Yeah. So that can be the biggest problem as a nation. We understand the price that we have to pay. Well, we understand the price. that we have to pay. We understand that thing, right? Our black people, the one that's stopping us from being successful, because they don't want to allow us to come in the hood as black. And back in the day, we used to get ran out. And they doing everything by sex and gang. And that's, we are dying, we are killing ourselves. How are we supposed to come together? How are we supposed to come together and that happens? Why black people are running us out? When our black people are running us out of our neighborhoods, we got the same color, and we running these out of our own neighborhood. I don't understand it, guys, but I understand what Steve Harvey talking about. Um, I never seen Steve Harvey put out an album, and Steve Harvey he always been in moving comedy. Steve Harvey music. I never seen Steve Harvey step out of his character as an artist, as an actor. He never been that took it that far. And I never seen him step out his character. I never seen him step out his character. Steve Harvey. So I never seen Steve Harvey sing or step out of his character more than comedy. I never seen him do it. So I don't think Steve Harvey understand the real meaning of them doing stuff different. And can we see Steve Harvey pass acting and do more? He doing the lawyer thing, but can we see him doing the judge thing? Can we see him doing more and taking the behind behalf? All right, we see Steve. I watched the Steve Harvey show, right? When them as a teacher, but do we really get that in real life? Sometimes we want shows to be real and TV shows or Disney and whatever, that kind of fun to happen, but that don't actually happen in real life. When I grew up on Steve Harvey shows, Bullyhead and all the rest of those shows with Steve Harvey in it, Bernie Mac and Disney app, but we don't really have fun like that. We had drama and all the rest of that, but they only let us to have so much fun and show our creativity and so fun. Look, what if they actually allow us? And that's why when I talked to Houston, and I was talking to the Houston kids, why we don't do a Disney Channel app, a Disney Channel thing, and like we're able to every school in real life participate in it. And I would like to say, if I'm in a college, a whole college, if I'm at a Texas college, and I decide if I want to start a Disney Channel show, I would want the whole school involved because everybody involved with it. You don't see that in movies where everybody involved with movies on colleges. But I would like to see the whole school and body involved. I would like to get everybody involved and put everybody in the scripture and how we can just look after each other more when we are making a movie. But we don't see those things of how we trying to do those things. Right. So if I go to film production and I go to college, I would like everybody in this situation. Because I think if I get the whole campus involved, that's the biggest impact that we in the movie business gonna make. And you don't see that when you making other things. People just have a small setting. I think everybody plays a role when you film in a nation. But people gotta want to be involved in stuff. Let me tell you something. Our government in the state of Texas and the rest of them want to take advantage of me. And they don't want to give me my justice that I deserve. And they want to give me peace of my justice. And that's not right. You don't want to change, but you want us to play by your racist rules. You don't believe in God. You don't believe in God. And I'm gonna tell Joe Biden, I don't believe in God. And I told him the rest, look how you treat it. You don't believe in God. You don't believe in the principle of what you stand for. You in the White House and you senators. You don't believe in God. You don't believe in the principle of what we stand for or what God stands for. The heavens and the American flag stand for. If you did, you won't be behaving yourself wrong. You won't be giving me pieces and treating me bad and doing what you're doing. You see, I filed a civil rights complaint against the White House. And I did it against the state of Texas because this is a problem we have. You don't want to play by the rules and treat us right. And you act like you for us, government, and you not. You with these businesses, and you not for us. And I got a problem with that. I got a problem with that. God got a problem with that. The American flag got a problem with that. You act like you for us, but you're agreeing with racism. You know what I called the call center? And I tried to tell them, all right, I'm dealing with racism. You know what he said? And the Ticket to Work program was helping me out because he went to the Walmart and he told him I couldn't do it. And the guy cut me off without listening. That's how you is? Let's talk about it, Governor Abbott. Let's talk about our black nation. Ticket to Work program don't got nothing to do with it. And you send me a letter in the mail. Why would you lie, government? You see, the call center lied to me. But y'all can send letters in the mail about Ticket to Work program. But you can't understand us when we dealing with racism in this business. But y'all constantly want to take from us. Senators, I will not bend. Use the senators. I want everybody, black Republican senators, anybody that's sitting in Texas, anybody, I will not bend for you. God will not bend for you. We deserve to be treated as equal. You didn't care, right? You cut me off. Right, Social Security? Right, government? When I was going through affairs through Walmart, right? And I tried to tell you what Charles Lynn was doing to me, right? Let's talk about this, Senator Ted. I want him to hear me. God asked you to hear me. I'm gonna message you. You didn't care. Your call center didn't care, right? They turned it and did all of that, right? Now you and Joe Biden and the rest of y'all think it's cool for y'all workers to do that? Y'all think it's cool? God said, I ain't making it up. I ain't making it up at all. Then they won't hang up and the lady won't lie. Don't change your policy because you did wrong. I see what you're doing. And I'm calling you out on it. You don't want to change. Don't change your policy. And if you fill out an application, if you fill out a survey, 1 out of 2, y'all not checking it. You are finding excuses to do what you does. You are finding excuses. So you didn't care, right? I'm gonna tell your call center didn't care, right? What I was going through, but charging them at Walmart, right? You cut me off. Oh, we don't care. And I try to tell y'all, ticket to work program, I had to go through a phase. I was transitioning and they had to find a job for me. But you didn't care, right? Sitting there telling, look at y'all, look how y'all doing it now. Look at y'all ungrateful, ununderstanding, but you say you forgot. Take that flag down. God said, tell the United States, stop mentioning my name, you not for me. The principle of America. And you're not trying to understand God. You got our flag and you put my name in your flag, but you're not trying to understand me. You're not trying to understand me, right? You didn't care, right? I messaged you before, right? And I told you about the situation, right? Dealing with Charles at Walmart, right? Get the calls. Get the calls when I tell them I was going through a racist thing for Walmart. But let me tell them something. I'm on Instagram and Facebook, and I hear different colors talking about Social Security don't got nothing to do with whatever. They got their different opinions because they want to be racist towards us, right? Hey, Governor Abbott, I'm on your Governor Abbott, Senator Ted. I'm on your Facebooks. I'm on your Twitter accounts. I hear I'm on your Twitters. I hear the criticism loud and clear. I hear them, but they don't want to see the bigger picture. You don't think I know what it come with on Facebook? Senator Ted, I'm gonna message you. You don't think I know the criticism coming from your Facebook page? This with the app, guys. I don't have this lipstick on here. This with the app. They criticizing us. I know when I got on Facebook and I got on Twitter account and I got on Instagram, I know it was going to be criticized from different races and different colors about disability. So I'm taking whatever's been thrown at me with the criticism. I'm taking the punchlines, what's been thrown at me. I'm taking it. So me going on Governor Abbott Facebook and Senator Ted Facebook and he's promoting, he's doing and all of this, I'm seeing the fallback from people. I'm on Joe Biden Twitter. I'm on Donald Trump Twitter. I'm on every senator from every state. Some of them respond, some of them don't. Some of them tell me things, some of them don't. We respect that. You all watching Jumanji? Hey, that's a classic movie. I love this movie, son. I love that he died. The guy that plays in it, he will be missed. He played Mrs. Darkfire, and he played, man, he will be missed. Man, he was such a funny actor. He was just brought light to the acting world. On the first Jumanji movie, he played Mrs. Darkfire, and he plays in a lot of stuff. He is so missed, my son, watching the first Jumanji. I grew up on the first Jumanji movie. That is a classic. But I want to tell people those things. I'm gonna watch that. I'm watching this with you. I'm watching this with you. You know, I picture that. I picture. You want me to cut off the light? You want me to cut off the light? Wow, man, it's a classic. One of the black actors that played. Hold up. I'm gonna cut off that one. I gotta do this. One of the black actors that played in um the guy with one of the Wayne's brother, Blank Man. Oh, son, I was they had Blank Man on that. Blank Man, my son alive. He plays in Jumanji as a cop, and he's like playing in Jumanji. Ah, yeah, Jumanji, the first Jumanji had black and white in it, and we showing how we could come together and make history. And he worked at the black guy actor. He worked at this factory shop, and he showed his kid this shoe. Is a great thing, but we showing how we can come together. And he make the shoe, but the shoe gets stuck. And it's a great movie. It's a classic and everything. You don't like eating chicken? Yeah. You like fried chicken, but you yeah, Jumanji. I like that. She played the Spider-Man. Like, I think she's one of the crushes. I think she's cute. She always did her thing. And even she played in the movie with Tom Cruise, Ben Affleck. What's his name? They played as a vampire. She always did her thing in movies and things and all of those things. Um, so we just talking about our black nation and how we not understanding how black people like to look at us. When we get that, and we expect rules to be followed, but sometimes it's hard for America just to get along in each other. Hey, we don't worry about YouTube. They say I'm a joke. They're a joke. I've been connecting with a lot of people. I've been connecting with a lot of people. I ain't true. But people will try to ruin your connection with people you have in Chicago and people that you had on Live Me with Chicago and New York and people on Live Me. And that can be the baddest part where others want to ruin our connection and fights can break out. So I told him, let me tell you something. Y'all want to be selfish and black people in Dallas want to be selfish and want to treat me bad and these kids want to follow these dudes. Don't get mad at me when I get me. Don't hate. Because y'all as a black race, y'all want to be controlled and listen to people. And when I get me and God gonna get me, don't sit up there and hate. Don't sit up there and look at another nigga because y'all being controlled and y'all listening to the bullshit. You know, they trying to get Big Tuck off me and use me. We ain't about to have that, man. We ain't about to have that. We ain't about to have the racism. We ain't about to have it. We see what they did. And I'm going to call them out on it. I'm going to call this industry out on their bullshit. And you want to treat me like shit? No, that's racist. You making it hard. You know what I'm saying? Then you and your mayor want to lie and all the rest of this shit. And they still not correct the DEA. And the Mary Johnson in this industry, in this community. Why somebody gonna deal with somebody like that? I have connection all over. I mean, people I've been talking to that I've been talking to in Chicago. We talk about relationships. We talked about certain things and Bambi and them. And I gotta meet her. I can give her what she needs. And man, I owe her in New York. I haven't forgot about her. But I hope she understands in New York, Bambi in New York, that I was going through something. And I'm gonna get you. I keep her in my mind. Even though I haven't been on live me in a while, but I keep her on my mind. And one day I'll find you to repay you. I'll find you. One day I'll find you. She got a kid, she got all of that. One day I'll find you. Bambi in New York. I was promoting my music, playing my music on different platforms. And the connection, we talked about my relationship. And we just talking about finding somebody that can keep up me and Chicago people. And I kind of understand what they was talking about. But I try to understand, we all don't know nothing at first. I'm listening to you, understand where you're coming from. The people in Chicago in different states that I was talking to and I was communicating or live me with. They're from Chicago in different states. And I kind of understand where they was coming from, but we could connect it and we understand. But the thing I tried to tell them, we all don't know stuff at first. And we discussing my baby mom. So me just connecting with them and talking to them, and I try to tell them when I'm on live, me talking to, y'all don't know stuff at first. But if y'all willing to teach as a black community, y'all willing to teach as a black community, if y'all willing to show us things and all this, like I was talking to a Mexican in California, and he wanted me to come off a big live, right? He said, Hubert, I hope all your dreams come true. Everybody on Buzzcast, Live Me, everybody, like the people I connected with on different levels, wanted to say, Hubert, I hope all your dreams come true. Even on Instagram, all your dreams come true. But the mayor and them trying to stop that because they want to believe one side of the situation. The state of Texas. I'm giving you accounts. You believe in liars. You believe in Yellow Breezy. You believe in Trap Boy Free. You believe in Forward. You believe in this, but you're not believing in the connection I have with others across the world, even overseas, in Paris and London. The connection I have with people, seeing them sing. You not understand that I'm being able to put myself out there and connect. I'm not scared. But we know we're dealing with different personalities. We need to come together as a black nation and not stop our black brothers from coming in our neighborhoods. Stuff have changed since then. Like black kids were getting run out of white neighborhoods, crying to their mama and they was on the news. How can we understand those purposes where a black nation, we need to stop. Let's show love. Ask him what your business is here. Get to know us first before you involve yourself. Come on. And we need to do that as a black nation. Come on, don't make the same mistake. We have to learn. PMC stupid motherfucker laughing at us, can't figure it out. As we come, that guy in Louisiana, he should never said that. You're not understanding what we've been through. I understand what Steve Harvey's talking about with Cotton. I watched the movies, but Whoopi Goldberg got this in jail because I'm a Lethal Weapon fan. And the guy that she was on the phone with as my Lethal Weapon actor, I watched that movie. Got this in Dallas County. I watched it here and I watched the movies with her sister act and did all of these things. But we need to come together as a, stop that, man. Don't be, no, man, what's your intention? Come on, what's up? Say what's up to us, man. You know, I think we need this, this. But God hate that we have different sections. We divided by rags and we divided by those that. All right, you got your key? All right. Yeah, yeah. I'm looking for my dad. Yeah, I can't. I'm so. I got time. So, I'm talking about. I had to message Joe Biden, and I had to tell him, why should I sacrifice? And y'all don't even want to act right in your business. Then you talk about jobs in America. Why should I sacrifice? Why should I have to pay my debt to racism society or the business? I'm not like no other. So let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell this industry you using me to get big tuck to come up, and we ain't got to have that, man. We ain't got to have that selfish ass behavior and lying. You gonna find out everything that you know that I've been promoting and connecting with everybody while they lie in this city. But you trying to put violence on me now, right? Mary Johnson, because y'all, when I came back from Atlanta, let me tell you what Texas stuck on in 2019. Let me tell you what Texas stuck. They stuck on Twitter. When I passed by Instagram, they stuck on Facebook, MySpace, and I have been networking. I got Marissa to get his girlfriend. He found his girlfriend on the app that I got him on. So what's the sense for that? My connection go bigger than yours, but nobody wants to deal with that, man. You put my life in danger because you want to lie. You and your city members want to lie, and the rest of that not been connected. You know nothing. Y'all know nothing about the apps that I was on until I started communicating with people in this city in 2019. And you're going to see that Justice Department. You know nothing about it. When I started communicating with people in the city about it, you know nothing about it. Dallas, Texas, and West End. Y'all stuck on the same old stuff. And I've been networking. No, man, and they on that fake shit. Mama want to talk about why you don't want to let us in. Look here, man. The mayor started this. The mayor and the senators and them started this, what they did in that mall. They the problem. They the one that's fighting over their tax dollars and fighting over, they lying to you. I don't got time to argue with people where they not being honest. The DA and the Mary Johnson watch me got terrorized. and the state of Texas is not being honest, then you're going to use an excuse. And then they still playing a dirty game. But God said, I got you. The nation got you. God said, I got you. When you believe, keep your faith. Keep your faith in me. And I got you. Keep your faith in. Keep your faith in me. And I got you. Dallas want to play this game. The state of Texas want to play dumb. And you going to tell me, oh, you can be on here just as no. And you're trying to lie your way. So I'm talking about with the mayor and the rest of them. The mayor and people did me on those streets. But you want to set up that big hypocrite. The Dallas police and Carrollton police want to be a fucking hypocrite. You know what the fuck you did? You don't want to be honest. You watch me get terrorized by gang members, and you want to sit up there and lie. And I'm willing to say, see how they lady? And I told him, look here, man, don't change your policy. I hope that civil rights, don't you change your policy because y'all got caught doing wrong. Let me tell you, when they being caught, they're trying to find another reason to not to be acceptable for how they treat our children. They're trying to find a reason the government and the way personality works, trying to find another reason. Half a percent of customer service don't get heard. And why you think on a website, you go on a website, you think that's gonna happen. You just trying to find a way, our government is just trying to find a way to not address the situation. The United States is trying to find a way to not deal with the situation of judging a personality and treating God children wrong. And that becomes a problem. I tell the civil rights lady, hold up, y'all. Don't change your answering machines up. Don't change your policy. You won't listen. You're just trying to find a way where you don't want to deal with your little racist behavior over personality and you don't want to change it. This fight is much more greater than that. They want to be selfish here, let them do what they do. But I'm fighting for a bigger cause. I told the New York City, I want you to tell June Jones, he paid his debt to society. Why should I pay my debt to racism society? God said we are treated as equal. Why should I be denied? Why should I be denied? Hey, hey. You watching TV? Yeah. Why should I be denied? Right? Why should I be denied? And that's the question we need to ask the Black nation and Joe Biden and Obama. The mayor didn't keep nobody I had a situation where him as a black man decided to say racist things to win that election, right? Look how sad that is. Look how we plan it. A black mayor is allowed to say what he wants, right? You care about, I told the civil rights, you care about that damn mayor more than you care about my life, and that is racist. That is racist. Because he had a little Chinese problem, his life matter more than mine. That black city hall member life more than mine. That's fake. That is wrong and that is fake. They're racist piece of shit. That is wrong. I'm done. Our government and the nation don't want to change. Let me tell you something. We just can't try to change our government. God said we have to change what's inside of each and everybody. You're just focusing on the government. But we have to make change in all of us in the nation. And we have to learn how to love each other. Spend time with every human with each other. Stop being bitter with each other. It is not the government. If you want to make change in your government, start with your neighbor today. Start with how you treat each other. And the app is doing this. Tell each other how we doing. And if you, that's hard, yeah. Tell each other how we doing. Get to know each other more each and every day. I hope to see you around. Next time we see each other, get each other now. Call them out. It's about showing more love. You worried about the government trying to change the government. But we just can't just change what's in the government. We have to change what's in America's streets and world. We have to show more love to each other and understand each other. When the next door neighbor don't have food, can we not gonna do it and give it to each other? Can we look after each other and sell bread with each other when we don't have food? Can we do those things? Can we, each of our neighbors in the community, we stand, white, black, Mexican, can we ask each other what we need? Can we do those things? Can we show more love to each other? We just can't change what's in the government. We got to change what's in our neighborhoods and our communities. We got to show more love. God said, I know some people will not be who they say they are. We know we got racism. But don't let that stop you from showing kindness and showing how y'all come together as a nation. We just can't fight the government. We have to fight our communities, how to get better and how to love each other. Let me tell you, if I had a chance in my neighborhood right now where I stay here, I would put a big heart on my street. All right, we should have Love Day. We should make it a holiday, love holiday, where everybody would put love your neighbor, love United States Day, love your neighbor day. Everybody would be just, we make it a holiday when we gonna put a big flag on our day, love heart day. We're gonna put that in our front yard. We're gonna put that in there, and it's gonna be, we're gonna make it love day. We love each other as America. Show more love as God's children to how we can treat each other. Let me tell you something. People have broken my heart, but they haven't fully broken. They left a little crack. But I was always able to pick it back up because God wouldn't allow me to go down that path. The heart is dripping and cracking, but it's always able to get back up. It's always able to get these things. All right, we come, all right, Heart Day. Everybody, community, we Texas, we have Heart Day. So we make that a holiday. where we would come love it. We love America. We love each other. Nobody goes to school or none of that. Everybody in the community is going to come together. I know most people not going to be active. I have been in other events. You know, I'm going to tell you something. When I was at that baseball field, you know, I saw you know what I saw? Other kids that want to do the same thing as me. They remind me of Bring It On. It remind me, and they wanted to get my attention. It remind me when they was at that baseball field, and look, these little kids remind me of Bring It On, and they wanted to be cheerleaders. So out their parents not mad. They wanted the camera on them, so I said, "Hold up, let me put the camera on them. Let me show the baseball field and show other people around the world." And I wanted to. It wasn't just about me. I felt the love for everybody. I felt everybody's spirit. And I said, hold up, let me stop being hard with my phone and put the eyes on the whole baseball field and see the kids, they want to be a cheerleader. I was a Boy Scout when I was in Berman, on the West Bank of Berman. People don't even know when I grew up in New Orleans, I used to have my Boy Scout uniform on in New Orleans. And I remember that as a little kid. No, I remember that as a little kid, you know, and all of these things. So I felt the connection. I said, let me, not about me. You know, it's not, I want other people to call dream children to come true too. So I never hear like Lil Wayne down and out. I talk shit and I don't never hear. And I expect whoever faced. That Lil Wayne said on Down and Out with Frisco. So we gotta show more love to each other. The love gotta be real. There's too much money in Texas to be hating. Show love to each other. You know, I can tell people everything I want to tell them, but the mayor didn't keep everybody on his business when he decided to say racist things towards me to win that election. And the truth is not being told. I know about the business. You can't tell me a damn thing, but you want to use me and keep things away from me. You won't be mad because I picked up a book. That's a racist piece of shit. You think I wasn't watching you? That's the dumb stuff about it. I bet you everybody in that Senate of Texas legislature go to jail playing dumb. God gonna make an example out of Texas legislators. The Supreme Court has been watching you. You think they didn't have their eye on you? See, we've been communicating about your behavior. Texas legislature. See, you think they don't know? You really think they don't know about Texas behavior? The Supreme Court don't know about your behavior. Do you really think they don't know? Mary Johnson, boy, you have a lot to learn. You have a lot to learn. You have a lot to learn. It's about if the DA willing to keep lying and the mayor in the state of Texas willing to keep lying. Hey, Joe Biden them already know that y'all ain't boosting them lies and yellow breezing them lies, the rest of them forward. And the mayor was involved in doing me wrong. It's about if they're gonna tell the truth. And if they don't tell the truth, A lot of city hall members and Texas legislators is going to be arrested because I got my 14th Amendment. So if you don't tell the truth and you want to laugh and tunt and think I don't know, you know I know. You know Yellow Breezy have lied. What this is for. But let me tell you what we're doing. We moving forward. So they say I'm a joke. Hey, God said, let them keep calling me a joke. But I let them let you too. But I know my bond with y'all is real. I know our connection where we talk to each other and we understand each other, people who lie to me, is real. And I don't worry about some YouTube people. So we're going to talk about how the music industry, Texas, trying to use me and trying to make other people come on. That's fake. That's a lie. Give me my motherfucking recognition. Y'all tried to Yellow Breezy took something. And Obama and them know. You know, let him stunt with his money. But God said, I'm going to have something bigger than him. And all these niggas want to hate because of Yellow Breezy and Trap Boy Freddy 49. I don't got time for that, man. I don't got time for that. Everybody want, I feel like Ja Rule 50. I feel like Ja Rule 50 same thing. Nobody was about Trap Boy Freddy, Yellow Breezy, MO3. Y'all wonder, you scared of your little brother. No, don't do that, man. Don't do that. This fake ass shit going on, man. And then we the one that get violent attacked and they holding their nuts. Trap Boy Freddy say, niggas holding that. You holding your nuts on guard, nigga. You're in your industry in Texas, holding your good nuts on guard. The black nation is holding their nuts on guard. The rap industry of Dallas is holding their nuts on guard. The Dallas community hip hop is holding their nuts on America. But they want us to be patient. We done. We done. God said, I won't allow. One lady said she's from an actor. She played with this black dude as a basketball mom where she's a black. Don't allow life to knock you down. But I won't allow my enemy to knock me down. I won't allow old relationship jealousy to knock me down. I have healed, but you're going to give me my justice. You're not going to give me a chance to go back out there and deal with this bullshit, racist bullshit again. You can leave me the hell alone. And I'm going to tell Walmart, I could sue Kroger's for their behavior. It can get deeper. But ain't no racist manager behavior on Marsh. I'm done. I'm done, you hear me? I'm done with the buffoonery. I'm done trying to hide myself in this light, in this new direction I am in. When I'm on TikTok and I'm doing these videos, you get to see my spirit in a way that people never saw it. When I was working for Walmart, I was under a lot of racism. And when you're under a lot of racism, your spirit is not being shown because it's being blocked by racism. And that's the part where people didn't actually get the real me. Because the racism was involved at 12, 16. So now, because the intimidation, the negative energy from the store manager, Jeff and Steve, you ain't gonna be nothing in the company. Charles, or you already doing it, what you're doing. No, you're not allowed to tell me as a store manager. And I think me walking off on them is the best thing that happened to me because I was able to find more growth. I was able to be more important. And I didn't need that racist piece of shit. Charles and Jeff and Steve and all the rest of them and the black people at 12, 16 that I have worked with. And I was able to find more growth. And I'm still, let me tell you, when I went to school at Newman Smith Carrollton, I was so different from everybody. They was going on school trips with me. We at Newman Smith High School, we cooked, we did everything. But we wasn't allowed to venture out until we got to know each other. Um, that was the most guys. We wasn't allowed to venture out until we got to know each other. We wasn't allowed to venture out until we got to know each other. And I was allowed to take more regular classes after a couple of months. I was allowed to take more regular classes. So went to jobs, went to schools, went to stores, and I went to college, went to Northlake, went to Brookhaven. While we was in high school, and our teachers stayed by our side while we was in high school. Because of the academics and plus Brookhaven didn't have the classes, we was only allowed to take. All right, come on. I'm about to go to some today. You want ice? No ice. What about it? You want no ice or no ice? You want no ice or ice? Uh, So yeah, that is the problem. Don't mind lipstick, but I'm just tired of it, man. But they act like they believe in us. They act like they understand us, and they don't. but they want to come against it. You done with your food? You done with your food? You just think I'm your maid now. You just think I'm your maid now. You done with your food? Oh, you must be. Just be like these men. You taking your little advantage, right? You lucky little dog. No, I just think as that, I'm just tired, man. Our government like they believe in us, but they don't. They believe in God, but they don't. They will always question it. They will always question it. Let me tell you something. People gonna say he got ego problem. My ego is how you treat me. It's how people lie. If you can't keep it real with a Sagittarian, and the reason why your ego, a Sagittarian ego, is so strong in this situation because you're lying. And a Sagittarian hate liars because a Sagittarian can see in the spirit. I'm gonna say that. I mean the similar thing. Can see in the spirit. And that's the most thing in relationships. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna make a video about Boosie. And I'm gonna tell him, I work for DJ Khaled and Lil Baby, and I'm not working for you, right? Right?
Daddy.
Yeah.
But then when we get home, I can take a bath.
Yes.
I can take a bath.
Yes. Oh yeah, you're gonna take a bath in the morning. It's late. I'm sorry. Because it's late.